Hey, what's up, fellas? I'm Illustrious Female Fan Steve Alicious here, back with the Galaxy Z Fold 2 5G. Before we get to all that, thank you so much to all the new subscribers, inching ever so close to 4,500 as of the taping of this video. If you're loving all the tech, both new and old, if it's got a battery, chances are we're interested. Go ahead and give that subscribe button a tussle. It certainly means a lot to me. So this video is going to have a dual purpose. It's going to serve as my quasi-year review of the Z Fold 2 5G, but also my explanation video on why I'm not purchasing a Z Fold 3 5G. It's not that I don't think it's going to be a great device. I just think if you have one of these right here, there really isn't a need to upgrade. In fact, the Z Fold 2, comes out ahead in a couple of categories. Now, that being said, this video and that argument for not buying a Fold 3 applies to people who already own one of these. If you had a Fold 1, or if you were somebody that was sitting on the sidelines wanting to wait an extra year, maybe a price drop, whatever it happens to be, go ahead and pick up a Fold 3. The technology is going to be fantastic. You get those few added features. They say they made the build quality nicer, whatever the rest of it. This is a solid device. If they made that device even more solid, then you're going to have yourself a winner there. Go ahead. If you're interested in the foldable technology and you've been waiting to take that dive, that leap, then the Fold 3 is certainly going to be the device for you. But if you already have a Fold 2, if you're already living that life, I don't think there's really a need to go for a Fold 3. I think they made some really bizarre decisions design-wise for the Fold 3. The first one that sticks out to me is that under-display selfie camera, okay? Because you're not making video calls on this outer display camera. The aspect ratio is wonky. It's goofy. There's zero reason why you do that. Same with the selfies. If you have all this screen real estate and the ability to have whoever you're speaking with be in full screen here, or when you're taking a selfie to be able to frame all your friends using the entire inner screen, there's really no reason to use the outer display. So why you'd take this from 10 megapixels, where it was quite nice, to 4, where it look, and you see the images. I'm not just, you could see the images compared on Facebook, all those people doing the comparison reviews. The selfies are not good. The video on the internal under-screen display camera is not good. So it really baffles me why you'd go ahead and make that decision where you'd nerf the inner camera. That's the one that people are going to use the most, and it seems to be just technology for the sake of technology. But my thing is, well, what did we sacrifice for that? You know, did it cost $100, extra $100 to kind of get that technology working? Could that money or that feature have been held back and maybe put into having a pen silo to have this really be a foldable replacement for a Note, which would have me and a lot of other people, I'm sure, that are going to watch this video, knocking down doors to pre-order that, okay? I throw this phone under a bus if the Fold 3 had a silo for a pen. It was basically a foldable Note. So you know what? Keep your under-display camera system and give us something that I think most people would really run for. Because if you're interested in camera quality and video calls, the Fold 3 is not for you. The Fold 2 is better at that. And if you're interested in just tech for the sake of tech, then I don't know what to tell you. I think it's a waste. The other goofy decision they made is they actually made the battery smaller. I don't think... Look, this is going to be a heavy device, regardless of what you do. Right? If you're getting a Fold device that's basically two phones sandwiched together and a huge screen, you're just going to have to live with the fact that it's going to be a little bit heavier and a little bit bulkier than regular phones. You're kind of signing up for that. So the fact that they went out of their way to save 11 grams or whatever it happens to be and make it a little bit smaller and less dense or whatever, I think kind of falls flat for me as far as its features concerned. This is nice, but you're telling me that you went from 4,500 milliamp hours, which is not a massive battery by 2021 standards, to 4,400, but you're adding 120 hertz on the front display, which is going to chew more power. I think that was a goofy design. I think that was a goofy choice that they made. I would have rather more battery and keep it a little hefty, and you want that heft. Yeah, when it's folded, is it on the heavy side for a phone? Yeah, not obscenely so. But when you open it up, the balance is nice. Very nice in the hand. Solid. And I personally like when it has a little bit more weight, especially in tablet mode when you kind of open it up, Because when devices like that get lighter, I tend to get clumsier with them. A knock or something like that knocks it out of my hand or whatever it happens to be. When there's a little bit more weight, it seems like there's a bit of gravity to it, and it holds quite nice. So I thought that was a goofy decision. And then, look, there might be hyper-specific reasons why you'd want a Fold 3. If you absolutely need that external pen input, okay, fine. If you're someone that was just waiting for there's plenty of people who are waiting for a 512 gig storage option. So there you go. You got that this year as well. And maybe if you're a longshoreman, I don't know, maybe a lifeguard that wants to have this in your pocket but only 4.5 feet. Okay, so you can't be saving lives in the deep end if you're a lifeguard with this in your pocket. IPX water resistance is one of the most overblown marketing kind of ploys for these phones. Okay, the one that would matter the most for the Fold is the dust resistance, which it doesn't have. It only has it's not IP68 dust and water resistance. It's IPX8 or whatever it is, the water resistance one. They don't even have the dust. But that being said, this has been on a pocket a lot. My wife can tell you I'm a tissue hog, all right? I'm one of the guys with 10 tissues in the pocket, also lots of lint and all the rest of it. No problem with this device. Nothing got under display. I had no problems. They did a great job in this design. You see those little end caps there? That's coming back in the Fold 3. Nothing really got in here. The USB-C port remained clean. All the rest of it, just a really solid and well-engineered device that I don't think it needed a whole lot extra, but the water are you really dunking your phone? Splash resistance, I could see. This can go out in the rain without that IP68 dust and water resistance. You could take this out in the rain. I mean, don't have it, like I said, don't be pouring a bucket of water over it with the thing unfolded. All right, use your head. But if it's just raining some splash on it, this has been fine. That's happened to this phone. I've had it out in the rain. I've had it in a wet pocket and a downpour, and it just survived just fine. So don't think that, oh man, it's finally water resistant. I can dunk my phone in the toilet and still scroll through Twitter. I don't understand that. But listen, if that's super important for you, you don't have one of these already, go ahead and get it. But otherwise, I don't think you have to throw this away or upgrade it just for that. The Fold 2 itself, okay, held up extremely well. Snapdragon 865 Plus, 12 gigs of RAM, which is the same spec, or at least the RAM spec is the same on the Fold 3. The internal display, I know it's a little less bright than the newer one, but still was fine for me, even in daylight. I don't know, a lot of people had a problem with it, but I didn't really have a problem with it. I thought it was bright enough for me. I love the 120 hertz on the inside display. It's nice. You're going to spend most of your time with the display open. The hinge is held up incredibly well. That's what I wanted to kind of see over the course of a year. What was the tightness of the hinge? And is it broken in a little bit? Yeah, it's not as quite. It doesn't have that little creak when you open it than when I first got it, but it's still plenty solid. And one of the criticisms, or actually compliments, I think it was Mr. Who's the Boss gave the Fold 3, was saying, well, it finally feels solid when you have it in tablet mode. Maybe that's nitpick. This is solid. This is a great design. The brushed aluminum, whatever the metal is on the side, the machined, this is a refined design. It's a great product. It's perfectly solid in tablet mode. You don't feel like that's weak or folding. The other one, people would flop it over. The first one, the Fold 1, forget it. This is a great, solid device. Now, $1,200 in 2021 right now. You can pick one of these up. I would personally wait until the Fold 3 is released. You can get these on Amazon Renewed. They're starting to show up with the 90-day warranty, which might be, I don't know how these are going to hold up with Amazon Renewed. We'll see. I'll leave the link to that in the description. $1,200. We'll say, wait till that comes down a little bit. Wait until the Fold 3 comes out. More of these come in stock as people trade them in. If you can grab this for $1,000, an 865 plus, 12 gigs of RAM, comparable camera system to the new one. I think subjectively a nice design, a nicer design. I happen to like this one. All the bells and whistles. One that's the performance has absolutely stayed. It's going to get all the latest updates. It has been. Every month it's been getting a security patch with updates. They've just made it better and better over the course of a year. But I don't know how to describe it other than get one of these in your hand. Just hold it. The first time you hold the Fold 2 or 3, I'm sure it's going to be the same with how solid it feels. It's going to be incredibly difficult for you to go back to regular glass slab devices. And it's not necessarily because of multitasking. Like I've said before, I hardly multitask on this. It's just all the stuff that you do on your regular phone now, just with a bigger display and more screen real estate, which is a fantastic experience. I can't even, it doesn't translate through a camera. I can't express it enough. Go to a store and pick one up, okay? And just hold it in your hand, palm the thing, know how solid it is, and just start doing stuff. Start texting friends, start scrolling Twitter, you know? Start going through and just enjoying the content on that gigantic display. Search the web, you know? What do we got here? Let's see, let's just go, well, ESPN, all right? Just start. Let's take it out of airplane mode so you can see. I'll go ahead. No internet. Come on. Oh, now it doesn't want to work for me. Now it doesn't want to work. There it goes. Come on. There we go. Connected. Go there. ESPN. But just you could just see how enjoyable it is to get content on the big screen like that, and it's held up well. Listen, if you're worried about durability over the course of a year, not a problem. It's been dropped. It's been taken outside in pockets with really only the back case on it. I don't use a case on the front. But overall, a fantastic device. If you got one, keep it another year. That's what I'm doing. I don't see a reason to go to the Fold 3. But if you don't, either way, the point of the video, get involved in the foldable technology if you've been on the fence. Don't worry about durability. Don't worry about some of these other things, nonsense, compatibility of apps, or that. Just get one in your hand, take the plunge, and enjoy it if it's something you've wanted to do. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time. A little weird with the accent at the end there. Have that Steve-alicious day.